All right, today on Montana Viewers, I have my lovely assistant, my wife. We are going to shoot some bear guns. That's right, dangerous game rifles. So let me show you what we got. That is a 9mm. That is a 357. That is a 45-70. That is a 300 Weatherby. Everybody knows 9. Most people know 357. 45-70 is getting wild card for some people, and 300 Weatherby is getting wild card for some people. Yeah, very big rounds. If I'm going to go bear hunting, I have 2 rifles that I would like to choose from. Now I know the comments are going to say, shot placement's everything, right? I'd hunt a bear with a 270. I'd hunt a bear with a 30-30. But if I have a choice, if I'm going to take a shot from 100 to 500 yards, the 300 Weatherby Magnum. That is my go-to long-range hunting rifle. That's a Magnum cartridge shooting a 180 grain Magnum round. This guy's moving at 3230 out of the barrel. 3,230 feet per second. Now your other option. If I was hunting dangerous game up close, or I was only going to maybe shoot from 100 yards in to 20 yards, iron sighted 45-70. This shoots a very big round. This shoots a very big round, but this is a high velocity cartridge. This is a very low velocity cartridge. As you can see the difference. The 300 Weatherby is no joke. I should have brought some other ammo to compare it to, but if you stack this next to a 30-06, this makes a 30-06 look small. This guy also is a very big cartridge. It looks small on camera because it's hard to tell when you have nothing to compare it to. 45-70 steel plate. Well, that wasn't there before. There's a slight bulge. Oh my. So you see the difference here. Ah, that's a cactus. That hurt. I poked a cactus. 45-70, it left a little dimple, and it definitely shot a lot of spalling. That 300 Weatherby has a significant divot. This is a Caldwell target. It's definitely meant to take the recoil. Meant to take that much. But, yeah. Hold this. Look. Stupid cactus. Yes, that's right. There's cactuses in Montana. They're not vertical cactuses, they're little ground bloomers, but they still hurt. We're gonna shoot a 1-gallon jug of water and a cantaloupe. Anybody new to shooting, cantaloupes are a blast to shoot because they just explode. So we're gonna go ahead and shoot a 300 Weatherby into the gallon of water. Then I'm gonna double it up and shoot that cantaloupe.
Hope we're not too close.
I don't think we're too close.
We'll find out.
We got our safety sunglasses on. They might not be legitimate safety glasses, but they're still a piece of eyewear, so I think we'll be alright. Let's do it. This is Montana. Water and cantaloupe isn't going to hurt me. Alright, YouTube, here we go. 300 Weatherby into a gallon of water. Firing.
What water?
Yeah, I don't know. Now, for the cantaloupe. Anybody want some fruit salad?
No thanks.
Let me make you some real quick. Firing. Oh, that is just a hoot to shoot. Cat and hat. That's a blast. 300 Weatherby Magnum can really do some damage. Let's go see what we did. Once again, my beautiful assistant here. It's my wife, YouTube. Mine. My goodness. There's a piece. There's a piece. Let me walk 15 foot away. There's a piece. Yeah, that annihilated that cantaloupe. There's the top half of my water jug. There's the bottom half. Tell you what, Magnum cartridges, they do their job.
No slop.
That's right. Also not meant for anyone who jerks when they shoot, because if you're not good at shooting high velocity rifles, I don't think 300 Weatherby is for you. All right, I'm recording, like I said, nice and easy. I think you hit it.
I think I split it.
Oh no. On the left here we have a 5.56. This is actually a 5.56. It's not a 2.23, but they're the same. That's what the evil AR-15 shoots. You can see that. I mean, if you've ever shot an AR, there's a lot of pressure, not a lot of recoil. And the next step, we're going to go to the 6.5 Creedmoor. High pressure, high velocity round. Still not a lot of recoil. Not a lot of felt recoil. 6.5 Creedmoor. Then we're going to go to the 308. Almost looks the same as a Creedmoor. It's just a 30 cal and a little bit more, a little bit thicker brass. I'm not sure which one has higher powder charge. I think the 308 has a higher powder charge, but don't quote me on that. And you got the 270 Winchester. That is a very fun gun to shoot. If you don't own 270s, you can buy them at the pawn shops nowadays. People are getting rid of them because they think they're not as good. They are amazing. They have done a great job. Ballistically, 270 outperforms the 30-06. If you hand load, you can load it just as hot as the 30-06 with a little bit smaller round. You're moving faster. Then you have the 30-06. Everybody knows that guy. You can see a 270 and 30-06 are very close together. Very close. A lot of people know the 270 is the 30-06. It's a 20 caliber version. So you see all those rounds right there, left to right, kind of building up for it. Now that that is the 300 Weatherby. Just case size alone, see if I can get a comparison here. The thickness of the case is twice of a 270. That case has twice the powder capacity of a 270. You can load this guy fierce. 130 grain round, 150 grain round, 200 grain round. That's the weight of the bullet. A 200 grain projectile usually leaves there's multiple guns that'll shoot 200 grain. Usually leaving at around 2,800 feet per second and down, because 200 grain is a lot of weight to push out a barrel. Well, the 300 Weatherby Magnum 200 grain is leaving at 3,290, almost 3,300 feet per second. That is fast for a 200 grain round. And let me tell you, you feel it on this end of the gun. Has a good amount of felt recoil. Like I said earlier in the video, 300 Weatherby is not for everybody. You need to work your way up to get to this caliber. You need to start with 308s, 270s, 30-06s, get comfortable time and time behind them. When you feel comfortable, then maybe take a jump up into a Magnum. If you're still not comfortable with a big Magnum, 300 Weatherby, 300 Rum, you should go into a 7mm Magnum. I'd say they punch about the same as a 30-06. 300 Winchester Magnum. I'm going to get some feathers ruffled with that, but the 300 Weatherby is hotter than the 300 Win Mag. Not a lot, but it is. I think it's about 150 feet per second faster. And when it comes to 200 grain, 150 feet per second, that's a pretty big jump. Okay, now for the big boy. It's a slow cartridge, but it's known to pack a hit. Now, if you know anything about the way bullets work when they hit something, notice how that guy's shorter. Yes. Well, look at the difference in size of bullet. That is a 45 caliber bullet. 200 grain, 350 grain soft point. So that's soft point means it will open up. It'll hit something and mushroom. This turns out to be the size of a nickel when it mushrooms. That's a hand load. These are hand loads I have. 4570 is expensive enough just to buy. So hand loading saves some money. I can tune the bullet to the gun. And the major heavy hitting round I have, I buy these. I won't load these because the pressure spike is... It's a big pressure spike when you go from one to another. These bare loads, 350 grain soft point. It's a 430 grain lead cast round. Lead cast means this is formed with solid lead, no copper, and then it is baked in an oven and heat treated to be very, very hard. I have shot these through watermelons on the ground and dug them out of the ground, and they're still intact. They still look like the bullet. It's pretty ridiculous, to tell you the truth. This one's not for the faint of heart. This will actually, if you're a smaller frame person and you do not hold this tight to your shoulder, it can break your collarbone. There is a lot of felt recoil through that. So, if you learned anything here today, work your way up through the caliber sizes. If you want to get into magnums, these last three here, they're all a hoot. They're a blast to shoot. Not to mention, you can't help but feel a little romantic holding this gun. It's beautiful. And force over power. 300 Weatherby's hard to beat. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I hope you learned something from it. If you stayed to the end, thank you. Go ahead and give me a like, give me a subscribe. I'd appreciate it. I'm working up to 500 viewers. Thanks, guys. Take care. We'll see you down the road.